Painting sounds easy. You pick a color, you grab a roller, and in one weekend, you're living in your dream space. Except, no. Most beginners end up with streaky walls, weird finishes, or a trim job that looks like someone painted with a blindfold on. So today, I want to walk you through the most common beginner painting mistakes and how to avoid them. Because nothing screams DIY fail louder than paint done wrong. Let's start with mistake number 1, skipping prep. Prep is not glamorous. No one brags about sanding their baseboards or wiping down walls with a damp cloth. But you know what's even less glamorous? Watching your brand new paint bubble, peel, or highlight every single fingerprint from the past 10 years. Prep is like the primer before the makeup. If you skip it, everything on top looks absolutely terrible. Give your walls a bit of a clean if they're really grimy and gross. Patch those holes, sand down rough spots, and if you're into painter's tape, do it carefully. If you need a little more color inspiration, check out our palette pyramid service where we create custom color palettes for you based on your needs, your wants. Whether you need a 3-color palette, 6, or even more, we can accommodate you. And as part of the service, I even send you a personalized video explaining how the colors all work together. People love them. We're getting more and more demand, so while my workload is still manageable, check the link down below and secure your palette pyramid today. Pros spend half their time prepping, and it shows. Beginners spend 5 minutes and then wonder why it looks awful. Mistake number 2, picking the wrong finish. Guys, I get it. The paint store gives you 15 finishes to choose from, and then you have like eggshell and satin, pearl, semi-gloss, soft gloss. What's going on? They all kind of sound luxurious, right? So shouldn't all of them work? Like velvet. Ooh, that sounds cool. It's like you're ordering a dessert instead of paint. But here's the deal. Finish matters almost as much as color. Flat and matte hide imperfections, but they're not quite as durable. Glossy finishes are durable, but they highlight every bump in your drywall like it's on stage performing. That's why eggshell is usually a safe bet for walls for most paint products, and then semi-gloss is great on trim, and then flat is perfect for ceilings. Anything else, you're either making a statement or a mistake. Bonus tip, if you can get a washable matte finish for walls, it's usually a pretty good bet. Mistake number 3, testing colors the wrong way. This one's practically a rite of passage. I love talking about testing colors. Everyone has slapped a 2-inch square of paint on the wall, stepped back and gone, yeah, that looks good. And then 3 gallons later, your entire living area is a depressing shade of baby blue that you swear looks gray in the store. You have to test big samples in multiple spots, and you have to look at them at different times of the day. That little swatch under the store lights is basically lying to you. Mistake number 4, ignoring undertones. This one gets sneaky. Beginners think white is just white or gray is just gray. Nope. Undertones will ruin your life if you don't check them. That perfect white you bought turns yellow next to your bright trim. That soft gray suddenly looks like a powdery blue when your new sofa arrives. Always compare your choices side by side with other options. That's when the undertones start to reveal themselves, like unflattering lighting in a changing room. Mistake number 5, not factoring in lighting. Speaking of which, light is the ultimate color shapeshifter. Natural daylight, warm LEDs, cool fluorescence, they all completely change how a color looks. You might love a paint in the morning sun, but absolutely hate it under your evening lamp. Beginners forget this and paint entire rooms that look beautiful at noon and downright swampy or boggy at night. The trick is, you just check your samples under your real-world lighting before you commit. And wait a couple days, different weather conditions. Don't just jump into things. Take your time here. Mistake number 6, ignoring ceilings and trim. A rookie move is just painting the walls, standing back, and calling it a day. And then you notice your ceiling looks a bit dingy, a bit yellowy maybe if you're a smoker, and your trim is the sad yellowing color it has been since the 90s. Fresh walls with tired trim. It's like wearing a brand new suit with nasty sneakers. Updating trim and even rethinking your ceiling color can make the entire room look intentional and totally designer approved. Mistake number 7, rushing the process. I understand you want to knock this out in a weekend and get to those beautiful after photos for social media. But paint, it's not instant gratification. It needs to be applied in multiple, fairly thin coats with drying time in between. Beginners think, if I just put it on thicker, it'll go faster. I'll do it in one coat. Nope. That's how you get drips, streaks, and a finish that'll just peel off in months. Painting is like cooking. Low and slow is the way to go. And here's the bonus mistake that almost no one talks about: using the wrong tools. I've seen people paint an entire living room with the cheapest roller they could find and then wonder why the coverage looks patchy and there's all these little bits of lint everywhere. Not cool. A good quality brush and roller are worth their weight in gold. And I have seen pro painters use dollar store brushes just fine, but that's a professional. If you're a DIY person, I would just get a really good brush that'll go the distance, and then you're setting yourself up for success. If you use bad tools, it's kind of like trying to bake a cake with a fork instead of a whisk. Technically possible, but why torture yourself? So those are the beginner mistakes I see all the time. But here's the good news. If you avoid them, your paint job is going to look so much better, more professional, and because you've stuck around, I'll sweeten the deal. I'm going to share a couple of paint colors that almost never let you down, even if you're brand new. Think Benjamin Moore's Super White for crisp, clean trim, Sherwin-Williams Accessible Beige for walls, and even a dark color like Gentleman's Gray if you want to be bold. These are tried and true shades that work in almost any situation, so if you're a bit nervous, start there. Painting doesn't have to be intimidating, but if you want results that don't scream beginner, then slow down, prep properly, and for the love of walls everywhere, stop painting 2-inch squares on your test swatches. Please. Now tell me, which of these mistakes are you guilty of? Be honest. I think we all have one horror story. Whether it's accidentally painting an outlet cover or spilling an entire gallon on the carpet. Let's hear yours.